Hey everyone, let's unbox and take a look at the Bouquet of Pink Roses by LEGO Botanicals. This is set number 10374, contains 789 pieces, retails for $59.99, and the set was provided by the LEGO Group for early review. Thank you, LEGO. And these look awfully familiar to the red roses, but obviously they're pink, and so it looks like we make 12 of these in total. Not too bad. And looks like it is from 1 to 3 builders. Well, that's a treat because this would make a good collaborative family build. Here's the top, so you can put a name on there and give this as a gift, which is really cool. And here's the back with the various shots and info. So it looks like we're making 4 of these. So, you know, 4 of each, or 1 of each. And it looks like this is 32 centimeters or 12.5 inches tall. Wow, isn't that cool? But this doesn't look too bad. It looks pretty interesting. Alright, let's open this up and see what we have. And it looks like we got ourselves a bit of a dent there. Well, that's not a bad sign. And boy, this one's going to be tough today. Yeah, it does not want to open up at all. Okay, this one's going to be stubborn. And just by first impressions, though, this one looks like it's going to be a very enjoyable build. It caught my attention. And that's for someone who originally wasn't not into botanicals. Well, let's take a look at the bags. Well, we found a 6. There's a 4. Alright, and then there's a 5. Alright, so we have 6 bags, and we have 3 building guides. Alright, so it looks like we're building these in groups. Not too bad. And I know there's going to be that question, Jay, does it come with the brick separator in with the build? Sadly, it does not. So if you need one, you're going to have to provide that yourself. So we got 3 printed building guides, 6 bags full of fun and excitement. This one does not look too bad. Okay, so my original goal when I saw the back of the box here, and I'm going to show you, that I thought maybe there's going to be 4 of these. Like, okay, we're going to have 4 build installments, but there's only 3 building guides. I think I'm going to be inclined to keeping this divided up into building guide form. So that's how I'm going to do it. I think 3 installments would be pretty good for this one. About 250 pieces. And yeah, does not look too bad at all. But which one do we start with? Well, we don't know. Usually the one with the barcode is usually the first one we start with. So I think that's what we're going to do today. And let's see here. Does it talk about the creator of this? No, it does not. Love and Friendship in Bloom. Not too bad at all. Not too bad. And the thing about these type of sets, they are collaborative. Gather rosebuds together. I don't know if she's the model or she the creator. Let me look here. Doesn't mention a name. So we do have, I thought those were, just says cornflowers. I thought maybe they were baby's breath. And then it starts right on in with bags 1 and 2. And we're making 4 of these. And I think that's what I'm going to do here is break it down into building guide form. I think that's probably going to be the best thing. Alright. Of course, in 2006, a rare pink Juliet rose sold for, what is that, 10 million pounds? Wow, that's a lot. And you know what, I forgot to put the ring light up on there. But I think what we're going to do with this one, folks, we're going to break it down into building guide installments versus bag installments, or, you know, just to kind of keep it grouped. I don't need to make these until like a 5-hour session. So I think that's what we're going to do here. Okay, let's begin. Let's build it with bag 1 and 2. So 1 and 2 are getting poured in together. Now, I'm going to build these all in one, like just sit down and build them all. Okay. So let's see. What I'm going to do is grow a brain, and I'm going to pour these into separate piles at first. I want to see if these are the same, because if they are, it might be possible that more people can build. And yeah, it looks like we essentially have the same pieces. Especially these weird, looks like a saddle. They come in here too. So I have a feeling that you and a partner can build together. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to just pour them out, because sadly my partner does not like doing Lego. So that's more for me, I guess. I'm sure she's going to like these when I'm done. She liked the way they looked on the box. I said, well, I'll get to it. And yeah, let's get going here. So yeah, so person 1 can build this and person 2 can build those. All right, one of them's got a heart in there, so we just got to build 4 of them together. Now, unfortunately, you're going to have to share the building guide, but you can download a digital one from the LEGO website. Okay. So I think what we're going to do here is, let me get a little situated here. So when I index this, it'll just say bags 1 and 2, and then we're jumping into that. Okay. Because I'm right over here, and I don't want to have to move. Okay, get those in there for you. And yeah, let's get going here. I'm going to start sorting out all the big parts, and then we're going to start building this as we sort. I found that out to be more effective to do that. Okay, there's a bunch of these type of pieces, looks like saddles. So I'm just going to keep these. Even my mom liked them too, so I guess her and my girlfriend will have to fight over these, who will get them. I don't know yet. I've seen that in red and stuff for cars, but right now I'm just, like I said, I'm trying to find these right here. I don't think I've ever seen these in pink. So, new build today, and today is September 1st, 2025. Got to think there for a second. And yeah, Labor Day. But I had to work a partial day today, so guess what that means? No clients or employees ringing the phones, so that's even better. So I got some work done. I got a lot more done than I planned. So now I'm relaxing for the afternoon doing Lego sets. And in addition to that, before this, I filmed a tutorial, not the camper. So I'm going to go ahead and scrap the camper build this year. And I'm going to do something else. It'll be a trailer, but it won't be a camper. I haven't made up my mind yet what I'm really going to do. So that's that. Okay, well, these would be kind of cool to have in dark green for seat cushions, but these little clips that go on here, I've only seen those in basic colors. So Lego's starting to adventure out, so we need to make a bunch of these and stick them on here. So I'm trying things a little differently today with these, just in terms of just getting things done. Right now, the program I was using to write up building guides, it had a bunch of issues. I had to roll back a version and I have to rewrite the building guide. It just was not up to snuff with me. And if you know me very well, I'm not going to just sell junk guides that just don't make any sense. Okay, so that's pretty much what we're doing here. Okay, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do steps 3 and 4 together on this one, And that's what you should have so far. Hey, we survived this so far. And the reason why I'm doing that is just so I can get done with it, because they're not connected to one another. Yeah, so Labor Day, it's pretty quiet. Everybody's on vacation around here, except for my household. So there's nobody even outside. It's in the hundreds. Everybody's trying to beat the heat, get their last summer kick in before work. Really has to go in full swing. Kids were already back in school 2 weeks ago, so there's that. And yeah, I mean, it's kind of just been going on. Just things have just been going on lately. Also sold a few building guides over the weekend. I have one that I want to work on, but I'm swamped with reviews right now. So my intent this evening is to finish up some of the set reviews, and I'm hoping to get to more of the fun stuff here. By the time I release this, I'm already getting some holiday sets in. So if you're looking for holiday builds, there will be a lot more coming up. Can't tell you what they are because I'm not sure when this one's going to be released yet. But there is something big coming up. And I cannot wait to share it with you guys. I looked at it on the box, but that's just it. I just saw it on the box. That doesn't mean, I don't know if it's going to be a good build or not, but from first impressions, it looks really good. And I'm going to be honest with you, we're going to be here for a while building that set, but this is one that I really want to get into. And so I'm hoping that'll be up to everybody's thing. And it's not going to be a speed build. It's going to be, I sit down and I build it and we can discuss things and stuff. So I get questions asked, you know, where do I get the oddball colored parts? Where do I find these weird pieces or weird colors? Sets like this, you know, I get that question asked, and I still do, you know. It's, well, we're going to get there, guys, I promise, but I get questions asked, where do I get the parts? And this is where I get them. I'm looking for more clips right now. We're getting down to the nitty-gritty. And so I think today I'm just going to film, I may do the whole rose set, I don't know. I'm at that point now where these are not taking too long to do in terms of builds, you know, not really involved, because I have a couple of them. This one is one of the sets that's not related towards the holidays, although it could be related towards Valentine's Day, so maybe this is a holiday build after all. Or you can give it as a Christmas gift too. But I've noticed LEGO has more and more been focusing on family builds. I really hope they stick with that. I know some people don't like them. I like them not only because you can build with the family, but they're easy to film because I can break them into sections really easily. Alrighty. And then now it looks like we take our skeleton arms, which I pulled most of them out, and it looks like the joints are facing towards the plates. So let me put these in here and I'll show you. They go in like this. Okay. They face inwards. So let me get these in here, and I got to go check on some videos because I am uploading a bunch of stuff today that's tutorials, you know, like so far I've got 11 videos ready for next year. But not to say they'll be released next year. I may wait 2 or 3 years. We don't know yet. So, yeah, not too bad at all. And get this last one in here. And I will be right back. Okay, sorry about that. All right, now if you put your arms and you got to swing these up like this. Okay, just swing them out. Just swing them up there. And you know, like I had mentioned before, though, when I got these sets originally, or when I would walk by them in the store, I'd be like, "Oh, these don't look fun. Who would buy these things?" But now after building these, they're very relaxing. This is nature, you know, not like you can hear the birds and stuff, but Although I've been thinking, you know what I should do? And I have to make a note. I should put some scenic noises in these just for fun. I have an audio track, and then I can just put in here that's got nature noises. And just to kind of, we don't have to hear the CPU fan going off in the background. So far we're doing good here. We haven't really made any mistakes. We've been doing this now for 15 minutes or so. Yeah, it's a good little collaborative project. And these parabolic rings here are what I use to make my spruce trees for my campground. So this set here looks like it comes with a good generous amount, so that's even better. Now, these type of sets, I thought these would be just like a one and done deal. I would just part them out. But my mom and girlfriend likes these. Okay, so this, okay, let me show you here. And I think these snap into here. See the clips there? Okay. I think this all cooperates together. Okay, we snap all that together. Well, if I can get that in there, obviously. Let's see. All right, you may have to rotate it. See these little holes here? Yeah, just line that in like that. There we go. Yeah, that fits in really good. So if you can't just rotate it about 45 degrees, it'll fit. Got one done. All right. Yeah, sometimes I notice I'm working right here. I need to work down here more. So just take your notches, line them up like that. It snaps right in place. I notice a lot more adults watch these style of videos if you're stuck on a step. I will try my best to illustrate everything, but these are not to be construed as a professional product review or tutorial, as I do make mistakes in these videos, and I have to read that off because somebody took them a little seriously. And of course the opinions are mine alone, and yes, it is a paid promotional offer. LEGO sent this to me for review, so I'm doing just that, except the commentary is of mine, and my own, and my words are mine. LEGO is very nice. They don't tell us what we have to say in the videos. They're very flexible on it. The only thing they ask that we mention that this is provided to us, and I don't mind doing that. Oh, I'm really messing up on this one here. So if yours doesn't fit in there all the way, you just have to rotate it around, and you may have to wiggle it in. So get up real close here. Not too bad, huh? We survived so far. And then now it looks like we're putting together more parts. So it's just easier for me to prefab 4 units, you know, and do that. Now, how do you build a set like this? That's totally up to you. I mean, it's your LEGO set. When you get a copy and you're interested in this, you build it any way you want. I'm not a professional by any means. I'll give you tips. Like, you notice how we were sorting before we were building? Now I'm building the units first. Okay? So you could do this any way you want. You know, I'm not like those guys that say that's my way is the correct way. It's the way that works for you is the correct way. But at the end of the day, though, if you enjoy building stuff, who really cares, you know? As long as you're enjoying the build, that's all that matters. And then after we get those done, we put them on here. And I want to make sure the studs are facing along the flat side here. Is it critical? I don't know yet. I want to put it that way. Here I'm telling you not to do it. What am I doing? I'm doing just that. Don't put it like that. Oh, no, no, no. Yeah, I do that. Yeah, I do goof off in these too. That's why a lot of people like watching this stuff. I don't speed build and I just have fun doing it. This is the fun part of doing reviews, is building this stuff, unless it just starts crumbling. And so far, these are looking promising. All right. Got to get our big saddle pieces, and it looks like they go on. I think like that. Doesn't quite show you very well. Let me put both of these on here. See where the studs that are here? I think that's how they go. You can't go any lower than that. I don't think you can. Let's see. No. You can go higher, but it looks kind of weird. I think that's how they go. I mean, it looks pretty darn close. And then these, whoa, Butterfingers today, and these go right here. These are parts that they use for cars. So there we go. We got one done so far. We're getting there. We are getting there. So it looks like everything is interlocked in here. So this is something to do with your spouse, significant other, even if you have brothers or sisters who want to help you along, or children, grandkids. This would be fun. I've also seen a lot of more people in retirement homes putting this stuff together with their residents and stuff. So that's pretty cool. This is something here that everybody can pitch in and just simply enjoy. If you're doing this with your grandkids, cool. You know, they like doing the Lego stuff. This is Lego for adults, but what's the age range on this set here, to be honest? I don't know. It's pretty easy. It says 18 plus. I'm sure probably a 12 or a 15-year-old can put this one together. You just have to be very well disciplined and just taking your time. Don't want to rush through this one. And something like this, I will be taking breaks. You notice when I do different... Okay, fall over. You notice how I take breaks in between build installments? Yeah, that's, you know, what it is. And there we got 4 of those. All right, so we're breezing through this book pretty easily today. Okay, and then now it's showing these. Okay, I made a mistake. See, this is why I'm saying you got to be very careful with me here. These are supposed to be pushed down lower. Oh yeah, and just speaking of making mistakes, I actually had to block somebody because they were literally, I mentioned this in another video, but they were cussing me out because I was making mistakes in these, you know. I'm like, you know, it's not like I'm gluing this together. It's not permanent. So if you make mistakes, you know, so be it. That's how it's going to be here. You know, it's okay. You know, everybody makes mistakes. You know, we're not all perfect. You know, I'm perfect because I make mistakes, so I own up to them. This must be part of the leaves here, but they're pretty much built very well. I'm not having anything fall apart on these. Now I've done a few of these botanical sets, and I must say that I'm pretty pleased with build quality on them. They're not just cheesy or anything. So we put our leaves on here. Can you see what I'm doing? Good. I want to make sure you see everything, including all the boo-boos I make too. All right. And then now we start putting these on here, which are kind of like shoulder pads for, like, I think Bionicle. Well, today we're using them as rose petals. That does seem a little bit low. So the only thing that I have a complaint with this set really so far is repetitiveness. But I don't ding off for that because this is a group build. So this is not meant to be built by just one person. That's the only sad thing about it, is that, you know, not too bad at all. It's looking more like a rose, isn't it? Looking a little more and more like a rose. Alright, the next thing we're going to be focusing on now is the clip here with this. And I got to make 2 of each. So we got to make 8. I kid you not. So they fit inside the notch like that. You got to make, it says you need to make 2 per flower. There's 4 flowers, so you got to make 8. And so I'm just going to start making them, and I'm going to group them like that. So we've got to have 8 of each. It's easy just to kind of do it like this anyways, and just kind of go for it here. Lots of small parts. Yeah, but if you're interested in this type of set, here you go. If you like nature, you like flowers. Hey, you know what? These are actually cheaper than artificial flowers. I was in a hobby store, and they had a whole bunch of artificial flowers. We were looking to decorate an office, and yeah, there was just so many of those things. They were just pretty well, you know, pricey. So if you're looking for something on a cheaper scale that you can build with a few buddies, here you go, right here. Give these guys a nice little home when we're done, but we can't do that yet because we're not done yet. I may do this whole thing today. This is actually surprisingly keeping my interest. I'm not bored with it. I don't feel obligated or anything. This is another one of these builds that, you know, it's catching my interest on the box, but then again, when you start building, yeah, you notice how I'm keeping them in a grid. I'm a visual person, so I have to keep them lined up. Start putting these over here. I'm looking for a bunch more of those little clip things here. These. Well, looks like this one here won. Now, usually I'll probably give you a piece or two extra, so the slope ones probably not, but the clips they will. But there we go. Now we got to put these on a certain way. So I'm going to hold it in the hand. Okay. What I'm going to do here, okay, so these go right here. Now, it doesn't really matter how you put yours together. You can do it any way you want. It's your rose, so you could do it any way you want. Put these right here. So I'm just going to alternate here a little bit and fold these up like that. Except it's humid outside, and now we've gotten so far. We're not done yet. We got to do a bunch more here. So I'm just going to fold them as I go. Yeah, while a lot of people are enjoying their summer, I'm here at the house. I finally got my fence post back in. I did a little overkill on it. Now the gate will close up evenly. This thing is flush. It's perfectly leveled. How long is it going to stay like that? Hopefully by the time I die. Then I don't have to worry about it, because I don't want to have to repair it again. So I really primed this thing. It's sealed. It shouldn't have any moisture into it. And the last one dry rotted. It wasn't termites or anything. It was just dry rotted. And the post snapped at the base, so the gate would never close. I was looking at getting a steel post, and they wanted a lot of money for steel. And that was probably the only sad thing about it here. So I thought, well, because steel's gone up because of tariffs. And there we go. So this is what yours is supposed to look like here, provided I didn't make any mistakes. Looks like the roses are done. We're missing something here. Yeah. Okay, now we're going to put together the stems, but it's only asking for one stem. I think because we're building one, I think there's going to be 4 of these in total. Okay, we'll set those aside. Let's read ahead. Let's make sure. Yeah. That's what that says. Okay, let's get going here. Let's build it. Now, I'm going to start sorting out parts because I'm looking for the little bent things. And I'm just going to work on steps So this is what I'm going to work on right now. I'm going to focus on just this piece here alone right now. I'm not going to go any further, just to make it easier. And I'm going to slowly sort parts out until I see it. Now, like I said, you can do it any way you want, but today, you know, and matter of fact, I have a big tub of just these little red cross axles. I have got so many of them. Technic pins and stuff, LEGO does give you a few extras. And what do you do with extra parts? You can give them to the grandkids. You can. Some people toss them. I keep everything because LEGO stopped their pick-a-brick here in the States due to tariffs, so every little piece is going to help because I may need that specific part and I'm one short. There's a tutorial there was a few tutorials I was working on that I have to postpone indefinitely until I get access to these parts. And unfortunately that's not going to do any good. That kind of thing. So it looks like we're going to have to add some thorns to this. There was some talk on the Ambassador network. We would like to see these Technic pins come in other colors. So we don't need a Technic pin, we need a horn. So we'd like to see some of these parts, LEGO, and the Technic pins in different colors. Is it going to affect the build? No. But so far everything feels robust. I'm not having anything fall apart. So I'm still pleased with build quality. It's not too terribly bad. And then now we need to put these at the bottom here. So now we can distinguish like that. Yeah, the other night we had chicken on a stick, or chicken kebabs and beef kebabs, shish kebabs. So we had some of those for dinner. They were really good. And of course I had two of them because I was starving that day. But I managed to wolf those down. Really good. And then today I think we're just going to have nothing, which is fine by me. It's too hot outside. Now we got to build 9 of those. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to build 9 times 4 is 36. But what I'm going to do is just build 9 of them and then put it together and start the next one. So you could see now the workbench is starting to get pretty bare. That's good. Okay, just stick those together. Yeah, this is something you need to have the grandkids help you with because it does get a little repetitive after a while. And then now we stack all these together. Now there's 2 sides to these. There's some that are rounded and there's some that are square. I'm just going to line those up because I do get OCD on certain things, and that is one of them. So I'm going to line those up. Like I said, it's your rows. You can do it any way you want. That's the beauty of LEGO. You can build what the instructions tell you, or you could build whatever comes to your mind. I know some of you have commented and said, Jay, I'm getting into mock building. This is actually fun. It is. It's fun. Even if you can't get the build done right, as long as you have fun, that's all that matters. Okay, so far so good. We got 1 stem done. That's really good. And I'm seeing the light flickering again. I hope that's not a bad sign. Even light bulbs are even getting expensive. Oh, and while I'm here, we got the heart. I want to thank everyone on my main channel for being contributors. That's always a big help, so thank my brick contributors for that. Thank you to my Patreon followers and Rebrickable customers. That's always a big help, especially for my subscribers, commenters. Any type of interaction with the video is always welcomed. And if you like what I do here, you know, you can subscribe. It's free. I'm not charging for those. But if you don't like this stuff, I'll understand. And if you don't, I try to post videos on here daily. So you can always check back if you want. Alright. And yeah. There was a YouTuber I watched. She was complaining about people soliciting and doing paid promotions and stuff on their channels, and donations and stuff. Here's the deal. Donations are voluntary. I don't ever expect them. I didn't have them before. I'd still do this stuff regardless. But motivations do motivate me into doing other things. And see how this one's backwards, this thorn. I got to change that around. I'm really going to go OCD. But okay. And yeah, there's some people there who don't like that. Yeah, it's, these are all paid promotional offers. I do get offers from other companies, toy companies actually, building toy companies, but I'm already locked in with LEGO. Why am I sticking these together? Well, let's try it this way since I'm already here. We already done 3, 4, make it 5. Yeah, I mean, it's not too bad. I think we're gonna be okay with this one. I think this is gonna be a fun one. Yeah, so the last couple of nights we've had barbecue and it was really good. Really good. We get into that rut of let's cook a meal. And it's 7. I gotta do 2 more. My hands are getting red. Uh-oh. 8. Yeah, I think what we're going to do with these, we're going to do them in building guide form. There's 3 building guides. I don't know how long these episodes are going to be. The only way to find out is when I get to editing the videos, which won't be for a while because I got a bunch of other videos keyed before this one. So far we got 3 stems done. That's not bad at all. Now that one was a little more trickier because I was doing it like that, so I'm going to just do it like this here. I got another tutorial that's creeping up in my mind and I need to think on how I want to do it. I also got a bunch of these pieces in green here. Not the shafts, but these things, and they come in handy for making trees and stuff, like bamboo. Alright. If it wasn't so hard, I'd go out and get me a seafood platter, but seafood in the heat doesn't really work very well. It's got to be cold and foggy for that. Out here, used to get really foggy, and then they built a bunch of houses around me out here. It used to be out in the middle of nowhere, but not anymore, so that's that. And that takes care of the stems. Okay, we're going to be putting it all together, but this is what we have remaining for both bags 1 and 2. Not too bad. I thought I had a bin over here with parts. Apparently I don't. Okay. Now we're going to plug these in. It doesn't matter which way. I think I'm just going to shove them in here like this. I'm just going to cup my hand and just wiggle it right into that cross axle and just lock it in place like that. Okay. And of course things swing out of the way, just swing it right back. Just show it who's boss. Now you can have these face in any which way you want. Let's keep them like that so I can see, like I said, I get OCD, so I got to make sure. There we go. And the computer just went off. That tells me I just got a video rendered up. Cool. We're ready to go here. We're going to get things going today. I got a building guide I got to write up tonight, so I got to get that done. See if I can put something else up in my store by tonight. It's Monday, of course. I got to try to avoid that because it is paperwork. Well, that one doesn't want to go in here. There we go. Doesn't go in, we'll force it in there, and that's it. For this building installment, you got the heart with it. Not too bad at all. It looks like we survived that with really nothing disintegrating. I'd still say this set's probably at a week 10, just due to the lack of a brick separator, but you know, we can survive that. And I'm sitting on phones and all sorts of stuff here. Alrighty. Summation of thoughts, and so far I'm pretty pleased with the build quality of these. Yeah, they're the same. So, and really they say up to 1 to 3 builders, but you and 4 other people or 3 other people can put this together. So let's, you know, husband, wife, 2 kids, each one can build 1 rose and put the bouquet together. Now it's a bouquet of roses. We should have 12 of these in here. We're not done yet, and we just got that one done here. I may have to split this book down. Let's see what we got here. Let's see what's in here. So we got to build 4 of these and 4 roses, and that's pretty much it. Well, we know which one's bag 5 and 6. I think this one here would be bags 3 and 4. So this one here I think we're going to do in the next installment. Honestly though, I'm pleased with the build. It's really good. I'm not having anything fall apart, and just these alone, they look really good. I think these look really good. But tell me what you think so far. I mean, these are pretty addicting to put together.